This chapel was forgotten by the world.
On the outskirts of the city, where the forest reclaimed the land, stood the ruins of the Old Faith's chapel. Forbidden by the new church, it was a place of silence and ghosts, and perfect secrecy. Lysander sought solitude to escape his father's rigid expectations. He never expected to find another soul daring enough to defy the edict. In that tense silence, an unspoken pact was formed. Neither asked the other's name. They were simply two rebels in a sacred space. A week passed. Driven by a curiosity he couldn't explain, Lysander returned. He left not a prayer, but a note, tucked into the stone rose. The next day the note was gone, replaced by a single fresh white rose. And so their silent correspondence began. They began to meet intentionally. Their conversations started with safe topics: art, history, the stars, carefully avoiding the dangerous truths of their identities.
I'm Lysander.
I'm Lysander, he finally said, the name feeling like both a confession and a key,
Seraphina.
while she softly revealed her name too.
I'm glad we could meet today.
But the outside world was not so easily forgotten. One day, when they were meeting, they were seen by their parents from a distance. At their next meeting, the truth spilled out.
My family, they would see me married to a duke for alliance.
Seraphina confessed, her voice trembling.
And my father would disown me for even speaking to someone from your house.
In the face of that impossible truth, their hands found each other. It was not a kiss, but this simple touch that sealed their fate. Lysander, a skilled artist, began to carve her likeness into a hidden panel of the chapel, a permanent testament to a transient love. As autumn turned to winter, he brought her a heavy cloak to keep her warm. She wore it always, a secret armor against the cold of her real life. It happened as the first snow began to fall, dusting the ruins in white. It was a kiss born of desperation, hope, and a love that refused to be caged. At home, Lysander's father praised the church's crackdown on heretical old symbols. Every word felt like a condemnation of the chapel and of Seraphina. Seraphina's mother presented her with a betrothal contract.
You will marry the duke by spring.
She declared, her tone leaving no room for argument.
We have to run away.
Lysander urged in the chapel, holding her shaking form.
There is a port city to the south. We can disappear.
Their secret had not gone entirely unnoticed. A pious townsfolk, seeing the smoke from their small fire, reported devil worshippers in the old chapel to the clergy. They agreed to meet one last time at the chapel before their escape at dawn. Every moment felt precious and stolen. When it's time to escape, the sound of horses and shouting men shattered the silence. Torchlight flooded the ruins. They were surrounded.
You have damned us all!
The ring of armed men parted, and both their parents stepped forward, their faces contorted with identical looks of rage and betrayal.
Let her go,
Lysander commanded, his voice steady despite the fear.
My transgression is mine alone. Punish me!
No!
Seraphina cried, stepping out from behind him.
I love him! If you punish him, you punish me! You see?
Enraged, Seraphina's mother lunged forward and ripped the cloak from her shoulders, Lysander's cloak.
The devil has seduced her!
Lysander's father drew his sword.
I will cleanse this sin myself,
He declared, advancing on his own son. But before the blow could fall, an old, frail priest who had followed the party stepped forward.
This is still a house of God.
He whispered.
There will be no bloodshed here.
The old priest decreed their punishment, permanent separation. Lysander would be sent to a monastery in the frozen north, and Seraphina to a cloister in the eastern mountains. As they were dragged away in opposite directions, they shared one last, long look, a promise, a goodbye. The chapel was sealed, its stones silent once more. But their story was not over. Years later, a curious child found a loose stone. Behind it was Lysander's carving, a perfect, enduring image of Seraphina's face, a rose entwined in her hair. The lovers were never seen again. Whether they met or not, no one knows. But the legend of the secret chapel and the two souls who loved there against all odds lived on, a whispered testament to a love that even the church could not destroy. Though they were parted, their love was never erased. It lived on in legend, in stone, and in the quiet understanding that some vows are made not to a church, but to a heart.
If you've enjoyed watching until now, I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to AmouraStories so you'll never miss an update.